But when you're reading the news, if you just scroll down CoinDesk, the Blockworks, right? The past 72 hours, all the administration, CFTC, SEC, very pro crypto. And I think we might actually see like the crypto lobby wins on this. You know, I think people really underestimate that. It's a very, very big deal. But yeah,
I just wanted to let you know, jail's not that bad. It's
All views expressed by the hosts and guests in this podcast are solely their opinions and do not reflect the opinions of their respective employers. Guests and hosts may maintain positions in the assets discussed in this podcast. This podcast is for informational purposes only, and nothing in the podcast is intended to be financial, legal, or even life advice.
Okay, how are you guys? What is up? Let's do some doom scrolling on Twitter. It's so fucking true. This is actually true as fuck. Man, this is fucking crazy. OnlyFans. She looks good though. Oh fuck, I feel wrong looking at that. But she's low-key hot though. This looks good, to be honest. Anyone actually use Perplexity computer? Bro, my AI journey been fucking good, man. Like I wanted to show, I don't know how to show you guys, but like I've been having this Telegram bot that fucking checks everything, etc. And then like, so my news reading is a lot more effective now. The problem is there's no news to be read. Fucking sad as shit. But like, yeah, AI journey is interesting. Like vibe coding. I wouldn't even call it coding. Basically, whenever I have a problem, I will paste it back to my AI and ask him what is the problem. They'll give me something to override the problem, and then I don't know. Also, about cost, like as an Asian cheap ass, I have figured out a way where I don't use any APIs. I'm using a mix of scripts from. So what it does, it's a Claude code work to trigger certain scripts that uses Claude code to write. So technically, I'm only paying for the max plan. I don't know how much that is, but I'm not paying, like my cost is fixed at the max plan basically.
Wait a minute. Wow, you're becoming an AI expert now, but that's good.
cheap spurt.
Dude, like I've only been using like Claude Max without any of the API. It's fine, but maybe it's because my like workload hasn't been that optimized. So maybe I can still improve on it. But yeah.
So for me, like I've only been using I try using other things, but I end up using Max only because I feel Claude code work will be better, if that makes sense. Like,
all right, guys.
Okay. Hey, let's talk about the war.
Yeah, I think that's really the only thing that's been going on. I mean, just in case some of you guys are not aware, on More Than Speculation YouTube channel, we have been posting more shorts just to talk about interesting, quick news item. And the war is definitely the one that's everybody's been paying attention to. Again, I feel it's weird every time a market channel starts to talk about politics because we're not a political channel, okay? But that's the only thing that's affecting markets worldwide. So it's not we cannot talk about it. Yeah.
Yeah, give a primer on your thoughts and views in general.
I think it's going to be very simple, right? It's been going on for 2 to 3 weeks. Happened Saturday 2 weeks ago, around afternoon Asia time. The war happens, and then pretty much over that period, we saw oil price spikes. Gold was also spiking at first to almost 5,400 on Hyperliquid. Then it fell as people maybe took profits and so on. But then as people think that the war might escalate, oil prices kept on being very like volatile. It's still going up, down. Even Trump was making statements such as, "Oh, oil price is going to be fine," right? Because like they all know that's like the most important price to look at in the whole world right now. Without making this overly cumbersome, I think, for our audience. Like the only thing that you need to really watch is like the Straits of Hormuz, which is like the narrow path of water between Iran and like other Gulf countries, around 1 kilometer or 33 miles or something. There's a very tiny spot in which basically they can stop, or they can use their army to like stop oil shipments, and that contributes to actually around 20% of the oil of the world. Now that is actually mostly bad for Asia, for Asian countries, because the US, I mean, they can get their oil on their own, and that's for the other side of the world. But like China, Japan, Korea, Southeast Asia, like mostly get their oil from that parts of the world. So that's why you even also see like Asia stock got pummeled. The Nikkei index fell by like 8% a couple of days ago. Korean index also fell, even though I looked at the lighter price first. but yeah, it's yeah. So yeah, so that's what's been going on, right? And then I even read the news that, if I'm not mistaken, the Filipino like president said that like, oh, they're moving to 4 days work week, 4 days of work only, because they only have 53 days of oil. So like they want to make sure that in case the war gets longer, that they can extend their oil supply. I was like, wow, this is pretty crazy. Yeah, I mean like, but by far there are a couple
Did you
tweets.
trade the oil on Hyperliquid?
So I hate myself because like I think we make a pretty good combo, man. I think I'm a much better. That's why I'm a yield fund guy. Okay, I'm not a discrete fund guy. I had a note on my calendar to long it when it was like 78 or like 82, but then I was I'm too tired right now. It went to 120.
Oh man. Oh man.
Yeah, but what's the price right now? That's crude oil.
94.
What about just oil or US oil on Hyperliquid? If you just type oil.
$94.
Okay, that's all. That's all pretty good. Yeah.
I'm a little bitch. But yeah, I don't play things that I don't have edge in. So I've been sidelining this.
Yeah, but this is, dude. I mean, I don't want to get too sentimental or serious, but it's kind of crazy. I had a couple of calls where like, hey, can we push our call back by a week? I'm in Dubai. I'm like, yeah, bro, shit. Just like take care, bro.
Yo, I had a call with someone.
Don't worry about
the
call.
Zoom. Like really? I heard boom. Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Yeah. I was like,
but, yeah. Anything you've been doing this week?
So that's still related to this and the market. I think I'm just trying to long oil a bit more. If it goes down, I might be mid curving it. Bitcoin, are you still shorting?
No, bro. Thank you, God. I took 2 weeks off. Luckily, I had fucking a meal short. It was so good that I decided to take a chill. Like, but I mean, it's not that much. It's just the fact that I was so wrong.
Wow, he's a big boss. Huh?
And I closed it because I wanted to take a break.
Okay. Got it. No, but Hyperliquid has been going up. So yeah, I mean, I had a long chat with a couple of friends, and basically we're just long oil, long hype, neutral Bitcoin, and long gold.
Yeah. So what I've been doing mainly is doing the dual investment house stuff. If you want to learn more about
the what investment?
Dual investments.
Okay.
In centralized exchange and stuff like that. Or do you want to talk about this?
Yeah, please. Yeah.
So let me figure a way out. So like this is something that you can get on most centralized exchange. This is not a paid ad or anything. It's just that I'm just telling you what I'm doing, okay? So if you die, you die. So it's almost like a buy the dip and get paid. The payout, it's a bit like Uniswap V3 kind of thing. But what it does, it's like you can choose a date, and then it's like so this is one thing that I've been doing, right? So not now, but like when it was 65K, 67K, I'm happy to buy it at like a certain price. Let's say you're happy to buy at 60. Let's say you're happy to buy in 66.5, right? You buy if you put here what it does, oh fuck, I can't show you without logging in. But what it does, is at 65K, if the price drop through 66.5 by the settlement date, you will have bought the Bitcoin you have put in. Let's say if, you put 66.5K here, and then if the price drops through that, you get one Bitcoin. But if it doesn't drop through that, you get 47.45% APR. But you have to divide it in the number of days lah. So if this is 3 days, then you divide it by 365, then times 3 days kind of thing. So for me, it's like I'm not sure, do I want to buy the dip now? But if it does dip, I don't mind buying. But I'm also not FOMO enough to not buy this dip where I can earn some random yield on this.
Right.
And this is like better than stablecoin yield for me right now. And then like another easier option on chain is Rysk.
Rysk, yeah.
I think
I should know the founder. Maybe we should get him next time. But yeah.
Yeah. I think the UI is a lot more clear here.
Can you explain just like one real example on Rysk right now? Like, let's say like if you're actually going to do a trade, just anything simple. Yeah.
Yeah, let's say right now I wouldn't do it just because I don't like the APR and the price. But you can imagine that if I go here, let's say if I don't mind buying the price at this, and this is the 17.9%.
So you want to buy at 59K, okay?
I don't mind buying at 59K.
You don't mind buying, yep.
If it hits at this date, okay?
At this
so,
date, April 17, yeah.
if I put 10K in, it will lock my funds till this 15 days, but I'll get 66. I'll get 66 USDT 0 right now, and then if BTC dip below this on 27th of March, I'll end up buying 0.15 BTC, and if it was above, I'll just get my money back basically.
I see. Wait, okay, let's recap that for like the listeners. So if the price doesn't go to 59, let's say it stays at low, are you going to lose any money?
Wait, 1 second. Huh. It's about 59. I don't know. I need to double check with this because I actually used the centralized one because I'm on holiday mode, so I use mobile. I don't know why this is showing this. Like, back then when I tried it, it should be 3,000, if that makes sense.
I shouldn't fees and money. So on, but yeah, okay. So if it doesn't hit, yeah, I mean it's just like a structured call.
Oh yeah, I think that was a UI
call
issue.
Positions, but yeah.
I think that was a UI issue.
Got it.
Just now.
Okay, wait, just like
slippage.
I'm like pretending, like if I'm a normie and I'm asking about this, what is the 41.8%? Like, am I gonna get 41.8%?
Yes. You'll get it
way?
straight up. You're basically selling a contract where if it dips, you have to buy. So what people is like, this is my stop loss. If it does drop that at this point, I want someone to ensure someone will buy my stock inventory. So it's like their hedge. And then so what you do is you get paid by this, which is in here, 41% over 15 days, which round up to be $55. And you will get and if it drops, you end up buying the Bitcoin. If it does go above, nothing happens, and you get 3,200. So this right now, so this is what happens. Okay, this is typically what these type of product look like. Because basically, what happened is this: you get your principal back if the date or the price is over the limit, right? So the contract just expired, so you get nothing back, but you get your principal back. In saying that, I don't use Rysk a lot. It looks like it might have some slippage because I mainly use the SEX option to this. So you can see there might be some small slippage there, but I don't know. But like, just be careful when you use this. Maybe I can test out with a little bit more size to see what's up. But as you can see, if I do the recommended price, which is this, you get the exact money back, and then you get yield. You get 15.3 upfront if you were to put it, etc. But yeah, this is just something that I've been doing. Obviously, you can get similar payout in Uniswap V3 pairs as well. But the problem is then your payout is not by option; it's by trading volume. So it depends I think trading volume is lower.
In what situation you might be wrecked when you do this, or there's no situation? As long as you're fine buying lower, if you want to accumulate Bitcoin in the long run and you don't mind buying lower, there's no wreck. If it goes down to like 30K, then of course you would wreck in USD value. But then if that's what you want to do, like I'm okay buying Bitcoin as it goes down, then there's no excuse for you to say that you're gonna get wrecked, right?
Yeah. I mean, like so the if you're okay with buying this price, right, technically you accepted that, right? Like, but obviously you can be like, oh shit, Bitcoin dropped to 30K, then you'd be like, oh fuck, I bought 2x the 40, price. But like that's
okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So when would you use this tool? Is if the market is So you would use this tool if the market is sideways, you want long-term accumulation, and then if there's like sudden like big chops. So scenario 1 is you're holding cash, you're waiting to buy. Scenario 2 is you're trying to take profit and setting a target, because you can do the opposite, right? scenario 3 is the market is choppy but low volatility, and you just kind of want to capture that somehow, or if you expect there's going to be a massive dump or pump that you want to try to capture. But yeah, so like these are some things that I have in mind was going to share with you guys, then I got lazy and took a holiday. But yeah, so this is what it does here. It's basically selling the rights to someone, so that's why they have to pay yield. For people that are more familiar with Uniswap v3, the difference is the payout is similar, like the terms are similar, but in Uniswap v3, what you earn is the trading fees, and in here you earn the rights and the yield on the premium, basically. So this is how it works. But yeah, maybe I can share an article a bit later on this for everyone, and we can.
You're very well prepared on this, but it is one of the better products for this type of market. Obviously, for people
I was supposed to do a short video, then I went on a holiday, bro. I'm sorry.
It's okay, man. It's okay. Cool. What else? The other topic that I just want to briefly mention is actually, I mean, it's okay. We have to talk about news a bit, right? I think the number one news by far is around banks versus stable coins versus yield versus what you can do, what you cannot do. But I think people are really underestimating how fast things are moving on that side of crypto, right? It's like sometimes it's a bit like, hey, what can I do here as an on-chain degen? Might be not yet, right? Like of course you wanna LP into like a tokenized S&P paired with gold, for instance. Like that would be like a very good pool that like people would want to like LP into. But what I'm saying is that in the past week alone, we have seen Kraken exchange receive the Fed master account, which means that like now they can access like the main payment system that all of the US banks are using to communicate with one another. Now a crypto exchange receives that, and then you see the banks panicked, right? All of them were just lobbying and saying, yo, this is bad. We will see $6 trillion moved into stablecoin. So now that whole fight is happening, and I'm actually expected that the banking lobby is still much stronger. But when you're reading the news, if you just scroll down CoinDesk, the Blockworks, right? The past 72 hours, all the administration, CFTC, SEC, very pro crypto. And I think we might actually see like the crypto lobby wins on this. You know, I think people really underestimate that. It's a very, very big deal. But
I did not rate that at all. So how big of a deal? Like, okay, educate me. Like, I don't understand the impact of this because I don't understand US stuff.
Yeah, so let me explain the two biggest things first. The one thing that all the stablecoin lobby are pushing for, it's not just the stablecoin lobby, but like Coinbase and the crypto lobby, is what they're pushing for is basically, hey, let us able to give yield to stablecoin just for holding. So you don't have to stake, you don't have to deposit it into an earn UI, right? You just hold the stablecoin and you get the yield. Right now, all the bank lobbies are like, fuck that, don't do that, because that will create capital flight, right? Like if you hold money in US bank account right now, you're like getting really shit yield. You know, it's like 0.1%. Sure, you know, like you might have to go to like fintech platforms like Robinhood or like others to basically get higher yield. And there's an action ties to that yield. Like you have to say like, I'm gonna deposit this money into an earned vault. You know, like that's the translation for the crypto people. So that's the number one thing they're fighting. That's not confirmed yet, but likely the crypto lobby is gonna win on that side, right? And then the second thing, why Kraken got that access was such a big deal, because if you remember 3 or 4 years ago, there was a bank called Custodia in Wyoming. The founder was Caitlin Long, and she was basically the first person that tried to create a bank and then make that crypto bank get access to the Fed master account. So the Fed master account is basically this payment system in the US that all of the banks use to communicate with one another. Their volume is 4 trillion a day. Right. So in the past, for Coinbase,
I understand this, but what does it change? What are all these going to change the flow?
I think up until this point, there's a normal TradFi financial system. And there's a crypto financial system. It works in parallel. You know what I mean? It never really mixed. So you have to go like on-ramp, off-ramp, on-ramp, off-ramp. Like it works in parallel. This will make it more like this. Now, the effect of it uniting, we have yet to be seen, right? So you might argue that this is better for the regulated players. It might be bad for the offshore exchange. But I am more on the side that if it stays in parallel, it will never be good, because that's why on-ramp, off-ramp is still the biggest business in the space. You know what I mean? Yeah.
It sounds like that means I just have to buy Bitcoin for this if I think this is bull.
For all other tokens right now is still having that issue of too much unlock. There's no mechanistic buying pressure. There is no index that passively buy Apple stock every single day. You know what I mean? So like, obviously it's just Bitcoin that's buy and sell pressure wise. That's the one that we can buy. But I'm just talking overall. This would create a much bigger product design, and like, imagine if EtherFi now can directly connect to a bank, because they can actually like do that, right? So it just opens up the whole product design space. Yeah.
So what we see is the valuation is going to continue to go down, bleed out. This kind of works, and then there might be some product or some token that might be launched, and then then Bitcoin might pump because of this. I'm guessing that's about it.
If you're just simply looking for an asset to long, I think then Bitcoin is still the biggest one. But I will stick to my old thesis that this will mean that there's more and more liquidity convergence and gap between just the TradFi people trying to sell their assets on chain to crypto people, mix back and forth. Now, like, the old banking guards are being threatened, right? Because they feel that now exchanges can be as strong as banks. So I think overall it will create an interesting change in just how money flows in the entire world. Now, our opportunity is that we need to see what that gap is and where's the opportunity, other than just like longing memes. There might be a spread arbitrage and so on. But anyway, that's for a separate session.
You see, that's the thing. Like, I like running arbitrage, but arbitrage doesn't actually help flow. Like, in a way, arbitrage is just like parasites. I'm happy to be a parasite, but yeah. Okay, one question for me. Like, you've been a longer crypto player than me. As a multi-cycler, what was the sentiment in 2022 and 2018? And was it as dead as now in comparison?
Okay, I think I can speak for 2018 and you can speak for 2022. Maybe we can let it like that. 2018, I was fairly new. Just to give a bit of a backstory, there was my first crypto job was in 2018, 2019. I want to caveat by saying that I was definitely not an experienced person that really knows what's behind the scenes at that time. I wasn't aware of a private deal that happens back then and blah, blah, blah. It was mostly just like CEO of some bullshit company and so on. But the sentiment was definitely still worse than now. I'm more on the side that back then, there's more Ponzi to long. Like, even though the market cap was much lower, but if you go to exchange like Cryptopia, holy shit, right? Like, I might be able to punt $500 and see like a 20x. That kind of thing is more there. But as an industry, it's definitely more dead. Right now, it's the reverse, right? Like, everybody who's actually building and blah, blah, is more alive, but then the traders are kind of wrecked. So it's this weird difference. Like, back then, no one even wants to get a job in crypto because they think there's no career at all. Now all the career, like McKinsey guy, are all moving to crypto, right? So it's a different bear market. Yeah.
Bro, so review asked you, are you a 2-digit millionaire, or where did you fuck up?
Hey, maybe you need to subscribe to the Q&A.
Man, but like, I'm not gonna expose Marco, but like, he made some pretty big fuck up at some point, and then it's regular, right? Like, you take too much risk the first cycle, then you lose it, then you take too little risk the second cycle, so you don't make enough. And then now that you're ready, but the cycle is a lot different. Like, that's the range. So for me, like, I think 2022 was a lot better, because
it was definitely a lot better.
There was still fundamentally a tension, and then it was like one guy that fucked up the market for me, right? It was, from my view, it was FTX that fucked it up. So I think, first off, 2022 was bad. We are definitely not as bad right now, in my opinion, because people are still raising money at like 25 mil, 40 mil, etc., which are easy. But back then, in 2022 late or 2023, people had to do fair launches to get attentions, 5 mil, 10 mil, etc. So I think we still have a washout phase. But the difference is, we always feel like there was one guy that fucked up the thing, but the fundamental tech is there. They were still like let's say like the layer 2, the ZKs, the DeFi innovation. It was still exciting. There were still new protocols. There were still like new options protocol, but right now there's not anymore. So like, I think the tech bros are low key like losing faith, like the people who believe in tech a little bit more, believe in innovation and stuff like that. And then our valuation is just so high that can never justify what revenue is, and we're in a realistic stage where some innovation doesn't change the world, kind of thing. So I think we are. It feels not as bad, but the future doesn't look as bright, in my opinion. And right now, you can only do Bitcoin stuff. That makes sense. But yeah,
I think one common pattern. I saw a Ray Dalio short a couple days ago. I know it's so basic, but I mean the dude is like old, right? I mean he's smart. He's not famous as a technologist, but he's one of the more measured persons. So he says something that I actually agree a lot, and I think it happens both in crypto and it will happen in AI. Is that throughout history, when you study capital markets, he said that like people tend to over exaggerate on the tech as being the value driver, right? But it's never the case. You know, why Salesforce still so good? It's not because the tech is better. You know what I mean? It's never about just the tech. And in crypto, I think in 2020, 2023, 2024, we were enamored by the fact that, oh, the tech is so cool. But tech oftentimes, you know, like if you believe in like all the Moore's law and so on, tech gets commoditized. So he was actually talking about AI. He thinks like AI is going to be so good, it will eat itself, which I tend to agree. Because, you know, like all these people are burning monies to create models, and then 6 months afterward, China open source a model which is at 5% capacity, and then all of their work, all of their money is boom, right? So like all of this is good for humanity, but well, good for us as the users, as the consumers. But I've always said that it's going to be like the GPS. You know what I mean? Like there's no company that owns the GPS. It's just like you benefit from it, but it will eat itself. So as a company, your tech alone is never going to be the long-term differentiator. Like Apple, it's not one of the most valuable company because of course, it's because of its tech, but it's a lot of these other parts. It's bundling, it's branding. It's like, oh, like you have an Apple, you're like, oh, you have this dick energy, right? Because but yeah, it's all that.
That's why, right? Like, so we shift from. So I agree at a certain point, like obviously everyone's gonna die, or things will converge, etc., etc. But like, in what time frame and how can we take advantage of it is key, right? So I think crypto is at a stage where it just went past that exciting phase for the past 5 years, at least 5 years for me, going into a mature stage where you probably have to actually hodl Bitcoin or yeah, that's just it for me. So that's why I feel low key sad about this and start playing with AI more. But like, people kept saying AI is better than crypto, right? It's not true. Like, bro, you cannot make money with AI. Like, simple as that. You cannot make the amount of money as easily in crypto unless you are somehow a top-class AI builder. And don't talk about some SaaS one-off thing that you... let me tell you that there must be more people that made money with meme coins at size than more people that built SaaS with AI that made money.
And then SaaS, not SaaS, but
oh yeah, SaaS, like for sure. This is what I think. Like for every 100, I think there's more people trenching in meme coin make 100K than people make 100K from AI from zero, not like some optimized thing from the current business. That is what I think.
You know, we should be, if we just care about views, we should be talking about, we should be a podcast like, 15 AI tools, you know, you can make 100K by making faceless AI channel on YouTube. And then we will sell courses
and try to do it. Like, I actually watched it and just to experience the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
Like, God damn, man. Those were pretty shit. But like the OnlyFans one is pretty interesting. Like, imagine like looking at yourself and jerking yourself off in a webcam in the future.
I am not part of this podcast.
Imagine I can put myself in Megan Fox and be like, oh. And then...
Oh my god. No, but hey, crypto AI NSFW company. Okay, let's go. Anyway.
Did you read the news how Facebook acquired Moltbook?
Yeah.
I don't get it. Why?
Okay, I haven't
What's
read
the play there?
in detail, but I saw the news headline. I think it's just because Moltbook is basically just like Reddit, but for AI agents, right? So I think
the part I don't understand is I still don't get it. It's cool to have a Reddit for AI, but are you really going to read a bunch of conversation with AI talking non-stop on a forum?
it wasn't disclosed, right? How much the price is. So like, I think it's really he's just buying the talent and the team behind it, and like, I think it's for him like, yeah, what's a fucking $5 to $10 million? It's like nothing. So,
Please carry me, sir. I need to feed my village.
I know, right? But yeah, man. I think that's all that we have for today. Next episode, I actually want to ask you just to give a preview for next episode or just a hint. I want to ask you more about these Pokemon cards or watch markets, watch gacha on chain. I think that's going to be quite fun.
Okay. Yeah, I can do some research and we can look into it. Yeah. Sure. All right. Let's look into that.
Cool. Awesome.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Sounds good.
We'll hop on for
Thanks,
today.
guys. Bye.
Bye.